I said the other day I was happy to have some other people besides these two up here, but they know there's nothing like being up here with them after 4 years of it. So I told the team in the locker room, just incredibly proud of who we were this weekend, not just how we played, but who we were. I think we've really talked about kind of creating an identity and how we want to play, and I thought they took those messages from me and do what they do best, which is create a basketball version of the things we're trying to be like, and it's really pretty when it works that way. I thought our defensive effort and energy were fantastic. I thought Brittany was the fastest and kind of most dialed in she's been defensively, offensively, making good decisions. And I thought the total team effort was there. I mean, that's how we want to play, 23 assists on 31 baskets, and some of them are going to be those highlight reel fun ones, but that's a byproduct of how we're playing and just sharing the ball. Again, I said it the other day, Rashonda's the toughest person I know. Mentally, physically, you know, she faced a lot of physicality this weekend. She missed more shots probably in 2 games than she had in the last 10. But her mental fortitude was really good. You know, she has 17 out of 10 in what we would consider not her best game. And I'm excited about where the team is from a leadership standpoint, growth. We're just excited to get back in the gym and build on this and get ready to go to Washington.
Lindsay, what is kind of that identity you were talking about that you're trying to build and see?
Right. Well, making the other team uncomfortable, you know, pressure, presses, activity level on the defensive end, and then just playing with a pace that other people can't keep up with. And that doesn't just have to be transition points. That's hard cuts, that's movement, that's a flow. So just, I think, defensive pressure and offensive pace.
Was that lost in that stretch of December?
I think we were challenged with it. I mean, I think Kansas was a great example. You know, things had been easy for us to some degree. You know, we're scoring in the 90s. You know, we're playing some up-tempo games. And I remember writing on the board before Kansas, like, we don't have to be pressed to play fast. But I didn't think we really knew how to create that yet. And we missed a couple shots, and then we just sort of played slow. And I think that was a great lesson for us. And I think the players have really, you know, from there kind of taken it upon themselves to create tempo. And I thought, you know, this weekend against 2 very good defensive teams, Utah and Colorado, you know, we did a good job of playing the way that we want to play.
When you talk about playing fast, it's not just running down the court, it's about
No.
ball movement.
Correct.
And that was really improved this weekend.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I think we saw early in the year, and it's not going to go anywhere, is that we have more kind of dynamic players on the court all the time. I think our young players are multi-purpose, like they can pass and draw 2 people and dish it and shoot. And then, you know, I think B's doing an incredible job of kind of orchestrating all of that. I thought her decisions tonight on when to shoot, when to pass, when to go to the rim, when to pull, I mean, that's just continuing to evolve, and I think that makes her takes her whole game to another level and takes our team. And I just think when you have an anchor like Rashonda in the middle, if you don't have 2 people on her, she's going to score. So if there's 2 people on her, then, you know, we can move the ball. And so it's, yeah, I think it's starting to come together again.
Brittany, what were some of those conversations that you guys were having about, you know, getting this identity and getting this faster place piece again for you guys?
Yeah, I just think that it was something that we always had in us, but it was just building confidence, especially in our freshmen and in our sophomores, and like kind of telling them like they can do it. Like this is Cal basketball. This is part of something that you joined. This is what we do here. So I think as people finally gradually start learning that and learning that they can do anything, you know, run fast, pass, like do everything that, you know, we need them to do. I think that's when we just started playing better. And you know, I think when we share the ball, we're a really good team, and very hard to stop. So.
Brittany, tonight you seem more than ever, faster than ever, everywhere on the court, more so than usually you are, but today even more so. Was it just, I mean, just kind of get into a groove, or how'd you feel?
Yeah, something that we kind of been talking about before this weekend was, you know, pushing the pace, fast pace, you know, moving the ball and just pushing the ball up the court. So that was my job, was to get stops and push the ball and find the open player and, you know, just create stuff for my teammates.
Is it also more that as the younger players get confidence, you feel more confidence in them, and are you more free than to play your full game maybe?
Yeah, Yeah, I think so. I think as, you know, as when I see them knocking down shots, that makes me want to give them the ball even more. Like, okay, I know that they can make this play. And just my job is just to put them in plays where they're going to be most successful and where they're going to be most dominant at, so.
Rashonda, speaking of Brittany's defense effort, it seemed like everybody got into the defensive game. I mean, it wasn't just you. I mean, Gabby was making some great plays. You had that monster block. Do you feel that, you know, when she came out playing this great defense, that it just kind of spread to the rest of the
Yeah, it was definitely a team effort. Our game plan was to have Colorado Field not one-on-one, but one against Cal. And I feel like we did a great job just playing off each other and feeding off each other. It starts with us, so we have to like stay composed, do everything, and the younger players are watching us. So it was like just up to us, like just stay composed and set the tempo.
Shauna, how conscious have you guys been of, especially during this rough stretch of, you know, what the younger players are watching you guys do and kind of the effect that you two have on them?
How do I answer that? I just give credit to the people, the players who was before us, because they taught us how to lead the younger group that's coming in. I mean, like, we were just freshmen and we were just learning, and they allow us to mess up. But then, like, once we became sophomores, we had to play like juniors, and that's something they pass along to us. And it's just our job to keep it going on to the next classes.
Brittany, there was a point in the second half when you were going up against Brecca, and she was clearly wowed by your defense. Were you aware of that? That you had gotten into her head?
Yes. Yeah. I think one thing, especially this weekend, we kind of knew that, you know, these teams are very pressurable. We could put pressure on them, and, you know, they're going to, you know, kind of fall apart. And that was kind of the game plan, was apply pressure, especially on the guards. But I know.
I mean, the other thing that's been impressive is on offense. I feel like you're showing off your full game, like, you know, the outside shot, the mid-range, you know, you're not just going straight to the basket, those drives are still there. Is that a conscious thing that you guys have been, like, working on your offense as well?
Yeah, I just, especially just to my guard coach, like, you know, just working with me, especially this summer, that's kind of what I've been working on. And I think as I'm evolving as a player, that's stuff that I learned growing. So, but yeah, that's just kind of just understanding the game, when to take a shot, when not to take a shot, when to give the ball up, when not, you know, so it just understanding the game a lot better. But most of the credit is to my coaches, just for watching film with me and, you know, working with me, and especially in the gym.
Lindsay, I know they're not up here with you this time, but
Yeah.
Davidson had 7 in the first half again, and especially a tighter first half, it seemed like that was important. How much easier is having another player like that?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, we've all seen the work ethic from the beginning. We've all known that it's going to click with her, and it's nice to see it coming through, but it's really important for our team. I mean, if there's a positive, you know, of Courtney being out, is that I do think we've been able to give some minutes to people that are going to help us, you know, as we battle in this really tough conference. And I think, you know, Nina's a different element for us. She's a big kid who can be physical and do some things inside, but can also stretch the defense and, you know, shoot the three or give us a different element. That's really important to us. I think, you know, Jefflo didn't necessarily shoot the ball as well as she did the other day, but she's just playing at a confident, high level, you know, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. I go across the board. I thought this was a really good team effort. I mean, Michaela Cowling, almost a quiet 12 points, 5 assists, no turnover. I mean, we just have to keep building, and we think, you know, our best basketball is still in front of us. But I really can't say enough about, I mean, you guys know how talented these two are, but their leadership has been great. It's not easy to lose a couple games, and people question, and they're probably the most just, I mean, they give me confidence. I mean, they're just steady resolve kids that are going to just fight the next day, and the next day, what do we need to do? And that's important for the younger ones, and we just want to build from here.